So clearly a lot of you want to know if you can time travel in Animal Crossing New Horizons, and well, that's what we're here to find out. So Tom Nook says it is March 15th, 2020, but what if I told you that's not actually the case? That's right, we've already time traveled all the way from the distant future of March 16th being today in real time. So yes, you can in fact time travel, so I'm going to walk you through the process and tell you a little bit more about it and how it may or may not affect your life on the island. So here we are outside my house again on March 15th. Now, as you probably know, Animal Crossing is typically a real-time game, meaning whatever day and time it is in real life, it'll be the same in Animal Crossing as well. So normally it would be March 15th, 2:42 p.m. for me in real life, except for the fact I had time traveled and we're actually behind by a day in-game. So how did I pull this off? How did I trick the game into thinking it's a day earlier than it actually is? Well, it's pretty simple. So here's what you want to do. First, click Home, then go to System Settings here. Then scroll all the way to the bottom to System, and here you'll find an option called Date and Time. Click into it, and here's the first thing you'll want to do. So normally, synchronized clock via the internet will be turned on. Make sure to turn it off, because if you don't, you won't be able to adjust the current date and time manually. So turn it off, and then now lets you scroll down here to where you can actually manually adjust the date and time. So again, it just reset it to the 16th being my current time, but it was on the 15th, but that's what it thinks it's in-game. So if you wanted to travel to the future, you just move it up to whatever day or time you want, click OK, and then you would want to close out the game and return to it, and it would restart to whatever day you set it to. Now, I actually can't show you anything beyond the 16th, according to the embargo, but trust me, that's just how it works. So basically, the Switch thinks it's whatever day you set it to, and it'll treat it as if it were that actual day. So it's pretty simple. But if we want to travel to the past, well, that's where things get a little bit more interesting. So let's try rewinding it to, say, the 13th, or 2 days behind where we are in the game currently. So we're going to click OK. We're going to back out, and we'll go back into the game real quick to show you a few things. So first of all, the game still thinks it's the 15th, because again, it only checks the time when you enter the game for the first time, or for the first time that day, rather. So let's go ahead and interact with a few things to see if they persist in the past, or are they reset. So let's go ahead and grab this nice swinging bench I have here, or I'll get off of it first. There we go, I grabbed that. I'll go and grab the coconuts here. And let's go and chop down a tree for good measure. Let's chop down this nice one right behind my house here. There we go. So we chopped down a tree, we removed the bench, and picked up the peach, or the coconut rather. So let's go ahead and save and quit. Save complete. Come back and play anytime. Or do they mean anytime? Get it? Okay, so now that I saved and quit, we're actually going to exit the game completely. Now, I don't think you have to do this constantly because I haven't had to always, but I have noticed some inconsistencies with whether it actually reads a new date or not. So just to be safe, quit the game, then relaunch into it. Again, we've already adjusted the date and time, so now it's going to read the new date as being the 13th, which again is 2 days behind where we just were. So let's see what happens. This should be a little interesting, because in game time, that tree should still exist, as well as the bench that we picked up, right? And the coconuts as well. Okay, here we are, and first up, as you can see, it is in fact March 13th, and interestingly, did you notice that Tom Nook didn't give his daily announcement like he normally does? That's right, when you rewind time, Tom Nook will not give you a daily announcement. Now, as you can also see, the swinging bench is missing, so are the coconuts, and the tree that we chopped down is still chopped down. What this means is that everything you do to the island is permanent. It's persistent across time. So no matter whether you're traveling forward in time or rewinding time, it seems, as far as I can tell, everything remains persistent. Now, I have done a few other tests too, like I've ordered something from the residential services that normally takes a day to arrive, and I tried rewinding time to see if it still counts for that time, and it seems that even though 24 hours have transpired, because you're behind the time or because you rewound time, the good you ordered won't actually arrive until you move it forward in time to I think when it should have arrived. I haven't done a thorough testing on that, but yeah, you at least have to travel forward in time some point for whatever good you ordered to actually arrive. Now, if we travel forward in time from this point, the game will then treat that as a new day. So if we travel to, say, March 14th, actually we can just go ahead and do that real quick. I'll just go ahead and show you it. So we're going to go down the system, date and time. We're going to change it to the 14th, March 14th. There we go. Again, we will save and quit, just so that the game is remembering that we were last playing on March 13th. So we're going to quit the game, and hop back in. And there we go. Here's Tom Nook with his daily announcement of March 14th, treating it as if it were a brand new day we haven't yet experienced, even though, as you saw, we were already here on March 15th. So yeah, you can very easily time travel in Animal Crossing New Horizons, actually far easier than ever before, I would say, both with how easy it is to adjust the time, but also the fact that, as you may have noticed, there is no Mr. Resetti this time. Mr. Resetti doesn't show up, he doesn't berate you for traveling through time. The game doesn't seem to care. As far as I can tell, I have found no negative effects yet to time traveling. Now, I do want to stress the fact that I haven't done a ton of testing, so even though I have been jumping around time a bit the last day or so, I haven't done a lot of checks on it to see if it does inadvertently affect anything. And also, online is not active yet, so there is a possibility you could screw up something involving online, or something else involving your island I haven't experienced myself yet. But yeah, as you can see, it doesn't seem to affect much. The island itself seems to be pretty persistent. So yeah, there you guys have it. If you want to be a time traveler in Animal Crossing New Horizons, you can do pretty much whatever you want, as far as I can tell, with really no limits. Again though, I haven't fully tested it, so be careful. So there you have it. Hopefully that answered your question about how to time travel in Animal Crossing New Horizons, or if you even can at all. And with that, thanks for watching. And of course, stay tuned for our upcoming Q&A, which will answer even more questions about Animal Crossing New Horizons that you guys asked. We got tons of them coming up, so it should be pretty interesting, as well as everything else Nintendo as well. So make sure to click that subscribe button if you haven't already, and we'll catch you later. Bye.